So next we are going to deal a very important topic, and many questions have repeatedly asked from these concepts, and it is namely capacitance. So capacitance, capacity. So the word is very familiar to us. With this meaning, how it is applied in this electrostatics is, so if I give a charge to a particular conductor, the potential obviously increases. This is a known fact to us. So using this idea, we are going to see that capacity, that is how much the charge can be held or hold in a conductor. So the first point, when a charge is given to a conductor, its potential increases. The meaning of this statement is mathematically written as Q is directly proportional to V. So if I plot a graph Q versus V, that is Q on the x-axis and V on the y-axis, you will see that the graph is a straight line, okay, with a positive slope. Good. So on removing this proportionality factor, you will get Q equal to CV. So C here is a proportionality constant. C, a proportionality constant, and the C symbol is called as capacity or capacitance. Generally we use capacitance of a conductor as this symbol. What is the definition or meaning for capacitance? So in this context, capacitance is the ability of conductor to hold charge. So capacitance is a physical quantity. And the value of C accordingly will tell how much charge can it hold. Okay, so the unit of capacitance is either you write coulomb per volt or farad. The symbol is capital F. We mostly use this symbol capital F. Okay, so the unit of capacitance is capital F. If I say there is the capacitance of a conductor is 10 farad, okay, and 20 farad. So between this, which one will hold larger amount of charge? That's obviously 20 farad. So that is the meaning of capacitance. Now we will see a very important idea of calculating capacitance of a spherical conductor. So we already know that a spherical conductor of radius r, the charge Q resides only on its surface. So this Q which is residing on the surface, what is the capacitance of this conductor to hold this much charge? That we can easily solve it by, we know that potential of a spherical conductor on its surface is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q by r is the radius of it. Then from the definition, if we write C equal to Q by V, so Q is left as it is and V can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R, then Q gets cancelled. The 4 pi epsilon naught R which is in the denominator of the denominator gets reciprocated to give us value 4 pi epsilon naught R. As we know, 4 pi epsilon naught is 1 by 9 into 10 power 9, okay, into R. So to get the idea or feel of any spherical conductor's capacitance, we will choose now as an example for earth. So let's take an example earth. Students, what is the radius of earth? 6400 kilometers. Okay, then I know that capacitance of earth now can be calculated from this value 1 by 9 into 10 power 9 into 64 into 10 power 5. Okay, so if I try to rewrite this 64 by 9 into 10 power minus 9 plus 5, what will I get? How many times will it go? So this is almost 7 times. Okay, so therefore here you will see it 10 power minus 4. So the capacitance of earth Earth having this much big radius and so huge in size can hold only some 7 into 10 power minus 4 farad. That is a very less. That is in millifarad, almost millifarad. So 1 farad will be a very big value, isn't it? So therefore, mostly used units in the concept of capacitance is microfarads or picofarad. What is this? This is micro. This is pico. What is micro? 10 power minus 6. Pico is 10 power minus 12. Okay. So therefore, farad is a very large quantity. Don't forget the formula. The formula for capacitance of a spherical conductor is 4 pi epsilon naught r. Now, when the charge is being stored, the work is all obviously done from the potential concept. Then the work done is stored in the form of potential energy. Now, the work done or the energy stored in a charged conductor, I am going to explain you using this graph. Work is done in storing the charge in the form of electrostatic potential energy, which we already know it. So from the graph, the work done is nothing but area. What is the area of this graph? That is area of triangle. So area of triangle is half into base into h. So half base is q, height is v. So I have written under the graph vq. The area is half into q into v. Hoping you understood this using the formula half into base into height. Then this work done is now written as potential energy. So therefore potential energy is written as half qv. If I write in place of q cv, then it will become half cv square. If I write in place of v q by c, it will become q square by 2c. So this is a transformation equation for potential energy with 3 different formulas. Okay, so please remember it because we use in the numericals frequently. Then I have one very important remark, the capacitance of a conductor. So if I take this conductor of this size, it will have capacitance C. If I take some other conductor with a different radius R prime, then the capacitance will be C prime. So therefore, the capacitance of a conductor is constant. So for a particular conductor, it is constant. It is independent or does not depend. So it does not depend upon the charge present on it, the potential of it, or the nature of the material of conductor. Okay, so what it is going to depend? Okay, I will tell you anyways. It depends on area, okay, and it depends upon the medium which it is filled with, clear, and it is depending upon the space of separation. So learn this thoroughly, students. Thank you.